Welcome to the Extra Degree. In the Shawnee Mission School District, we are committed to excelling in everything we do in all facets of our operation. We are focusing on the extra degree to make sure that we ensure the success of each and every one of our students in the school district. Today, we are here at Shawnee Mission East High School recognizing two outstanding young men who are excelling in everything they do, and they have several things in common this morning. We have Kevin Sue and Rob Simpson, who are really doing some outstanding, extraordinary, fantastic, I can't describe enough the great things that you two gentlemen are doing. So tell us a little bit about yourself, the things you have in common, and the activities that you're involved in here at Shawnee Mission East High School.
Well, me and Rob are both in the orchestra. We started in 4th grade, I think, and really we've just grown a lot in the orchestra. We've been in it since 4th grade, and now we're in high school, seniors, so it's been a really great experience so far.
That's great. 4th grade to high school, that goes pretty fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and share with us as well, Rob.
Well, you know, it's been, like 10 years since we started playing the cello, and it's just helped us to grow a lot, both as friends and as people, because we've always been really competitive with it, just kind of friendly back and forth, and but also just through our dedication to cello, you know, we'll get together and practice for auditions and stuff, and it's just been a really good experience. That's
outstanding. Recently, both of you were notified of a 36, a perfect score on the ACT. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us about how you learned about the perfect score. How was that announcement made to you? Let's start with you, Rob.
All right. Well, I had just woken up one morning for school, and I came out of my room, and my dad was having a, kind of urgent whispered conversation with my mom across the hallway. And I asked what it was up, and my mom goes back in her room, and my dad just says, I think there's been some mistake, Rob. I think they gave you a perfect score on the ACT. And I kind of stopped and said, what was the number? And my dad goes, well, you got a 36. And, I started hooting and hollering, jumping up and down, running around the house. But there was a moment of shock, and then it was a pretty good moment.
Oh, that's really exciting. Kevin, how about for you?
So I checked on the morning that the scores came out, and the moment I saw it, I was actually also kind of in disbelief. I knew I had done pretty well, but I didn't know that I had done that well to get a 36 on the ACT. So I was really surprised, and then I told my mom, and she was really, really proud of me. So.
Yeah, we're really proud of you as well. Tell us about, how did you prepare to take the ACT?
I didn't prepare a lot for it because I was going to take it multiple times, so I really wanted to see where I was at with the test and what I should study and whatnot. I'd say what I did mostly was I got a really good night's sleep beforehand. I stayed really calm during the test, and then I'd say honors classes. All through the years they really prepared me.
So a good night's sleep the night before, honors classes for several years in advance. What about you, Kevin?
Well, my mom always tells me just for these standardized tests, just to take them once and be done with it. So I really pushed myself to study. I got some ACT prep books, and a few weeks before the test, I started reading those. I started taking practice tests, and then I also got a good night's sleep, and then try to keep calm during the testing. So
yeah, that's really exciting. Congratulations, gentlemen. We're very, very proud of you. Both of you mentioned earlier your involvement in orchestra, and so you got started in 4th grade. Tell us the impact of being involved in music, that impact's had on you through the years.
Well, being involved with music since I was a kid has made me a more social person because I've made so many friends and had so much more interaction with everyone my age. And then it's also made me a more creative person because at least a couple times a week when I was younger, and now every day I'm making music, I'm listening to music, I'm making music with other people. And it's the best thing in my life.
Yeah, that's great. Kevin?
Kind of building off of what Rob said is that you make friends, but you also make friends that you otherwise probably wouldn't have, met in other classes or something, because you go into class and you all have the same mindset, you have the same goal to make music, and I think that's a really unifying goal in class.
And if I understand correctly, both of you gentlemen are involved in a special duet. Let's take a look at it this morning. Welcome back. We've had a chance to listen to the duet you two gentlemen have been working on. Tell us really, how did this come about and where are you going to be performing this duet? So Rob, why don't you start?
Well, Kevin and I have become kind of leaders in the orchestra here just through our continued involvement and, practicing every day. And we've just kind of taken on the role like we've wanted to. We've wanted to become more involved in orchestra all the way through. So now that it's our senior year, we asked Mr. Lane if we could put a duet together. And he said, yeah, of course, because we have a collage concert in the spring. And that concert, all the orchestras play, but he also tries to get, string quartets going with the different groups and stuff. And he thought a cello duet would be great. And so we kind of looked around at a bunch of different classical ones and whatnot, and finally decided on the one we chose. And so we'll be performing it on March 4th at the Strings concert here at East.
Oh, that's great. How exciting is this for you?
I think it's really great that me and Rob, we've been really close friends, and this definitely brings us closer. I think what's great about chamber music in general is just the intimacy that you share between, the other people that you play with. And it's also helped me really grow as a musician, having to listen to others.
That's great. So Kevin, perfect score on the ACT. Obviously you're involved in orchestra. What other activities are you involved in here at East High School?
Other activities in East, I'm on the table tennis club. Every Monday after school, we like to just hang out in the 4th floor hallway and we just play some table tennis. I'm also on the categories club, and that's where we do trivia and stuff like that. And we have matches every once in a while, and we're actually going to the championship.
Are you? That's great. What about for you, Rob?
Here at East, I'm really involved in the choir. I'm in 3 this year. And then I'm also really involved in the theater program, and I've tried to be involved in as many shows as possible.
That's great. Other honors and activities. So we've had great honors, activities, but honors and recognitions and other special things that have happened to you. Let's go back to you, Kevin.
So I'm also in the Kansas City Youth Symphony, and then I also have a string quartet, and then I also play the piano, solo piano.
Rob?
I've been involved in a chamber music program here in town for a number of years, since I was in middle school. And so all year round I get placed in string quartets, string trios, piano quintets, and we play music. We perform 4 times a year, and then every summer I've been in the Heartland Chamber Music program, and it's like 10, 12 days of just rigorous chamber music. Kevin's done it once or twice too.
That's great. Both of you gentlemen are very deeply involved in school activities. What advice would you give to middle school students that are getting ready to start high school in relation to the importance of activities in your high school career?
I'd say definitely get involved in high school. Like yearbook, the newspaper, wood shop, anything and everything. Don't just be a student who goes home at 2:40 and just sits at home. You make so many friends. You learn so much more about life just from your interactions with people at school.
That's great advice. What about for you, Kevin?
I think getting into activities is not only good for like colleges, showing colleges that you get out there and interact with your student body, but also that it makes you a more outgoing person in general. I know when I came to Shawnee Mission East as a freshman, I was kind of shy, a little nervous about my high school experience, but the East Orchestra and everything that I've done here has really helped me to, grow.
That's great. Now, gentlemen, I don't want to make you nervous, but a few staff members here from East High School have a few comments to share about you this morning. So let's listen to these staff members right now.
Rob's always been a great kid. He's come on really strong here at the end as a musician. Rob kind of was trying to do sports and choir and trying to do a little bit of everything as a sophomore, but his junior and senior year has been super strong as a musician. Well, kind of the final test for them is this coming up All-State, where they have a live audition, so he'll find out where he fits in as far as competitively amongst all the Kansas cello players. But he should be one of the top players. I mean, he's a very fine player, and he has very fine training, and he's serious about his music making, and he's a leader. There's a leader personality.
Rob Simpson is a delightful young man. He is very personable, energetic. I'm always surprised when anybody gets a perfect score because it's so incredibly challenging to do that, but not really surprised that Rob could pull it off because he's very bright, he's really good in English, but he also just has a really solid general knowledge. The kids were really dedicated to music and to practicing and putting that time in. That tends to also be reflected in their academic kind of philosophy and their approach to school. So I definitely see that with those students, that they don't mind putting in the time that it takes to be at, achieving at a higher level.
Well, I think Rob exemplifies the type of student that we're just so proud to have in Shawnee Mission School District and here at Shawnee Mission East. A great student, a really fun young man who participates in a variety of different activities and represents East so well in so many different ways, and just a really neat kid.
He's got such a wide range of interests. I think his heart is in science, that math science strain, but he still knows so much about history, literature. He's an excellent writer, so he's just kind of one of those great all-around young people. Well, I did want to say, I worked with Kevin. All the seniors, their first paper they write for me is a college essay, because they're all applying to colleges early in the year. But he was really good about, he came in, he got my feedback, we worked one-on-one on his essay, which was already really good, but just to tighten it up a little bit. And that's just so telling to me about the sort of student he is and the sort of person he is, that even though it's very good, he always knows it can be better, and he's always willing to put in the time to make it better.
Well, my reaction when I heard that Kevin also received a perfect score was, I've got to sign my kid up for cello, because two cellists in the same building with perfect scores is really not something that you hear about very often. I think that there really is a connection between the type of commitment that music requires and the type of commitment that academic achievement requires. And I'm just proud of him and of Rob, but also the teachers that got them there. It just goes to show you that education is a group effort, and it takes all of us working together to help students achieve their goals, and I think that both students really exemplify that.
Kevin Sue has been, again, an outstanding student. I had him as a 7th grader. He's always been consistent, reliable, and has always made steady progress. He's always been very respected by his peers. They always see him as smart and reliable and supportive. And he's always been a leader. It's more than a hobby in music. He studied piano privately. He plays in youth symphony. He studied privately on the cello. So it's a pretty big part of his life, music making. One of the things we talk about in orchestra is the view of leadership, where you earn your leadership role through respect of your peers. And both Kevin and Rob would be the ultimate of that they are liked and respected by their peers, and there's no question that other kids would feel they could ask them for help, and they would be there to help them make the orchestra better.
Gentlemen, it's very clear that the staff members here at East High School have a tremendous amount of respect for you. So congratulations once again to you. After high school graduation, what's next, Kevin?
I want to keep music in my life, but I don't think I'm going to be majoring in music. I'm going to be probably in college. I will do something science related, and probably biology or maybe biological engineering. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet, but I think what's great about that is that I can branch out into anything I want, maybe like medical school, research, stuff like that.
That's exciting. Rob, what about for you?
I want to play the cello. I want to go to a good school of music and become the best cellist I can be, and someday play in a symphony.
That's exciting. So both of you gentlemen have so many opportunities that are available for you after high school. I want to thank you for being on the show this morning. You've shared with us about your life in school, outside of school as well. But on behalf of the entire Shawnee Mission School District community, we're very proud of both of you gentlemen, certainly proud of your families as well. You're great examples of what young men are today. We're going to watch you very carefully as you leave East High School because you have very, very bright futures. So thank you for being involved in so many activities through your high school career, for being a great representative not only of East High School but also the Shawnee Mission School District. And gentlemen, each and every one of us are so very proud of you for all of your accomplishments. And remember, we're going to be watching you very, very carefully. Congratulations and best wishes to you. Thank you for being with us today on the Extra Degree. It's so exciting to be able to talk to the students in our school district and all their great accomplishments. Stay tuned for further episodes when we talk to students and faculty as well about the great things going on in the Shawnee Mission School District. Thank you.